Drive it.
I once dined on steak with a candle's soft glow, but the bill left my savings despairingly low. Now wisdom has taught me so simple, so grand. Eat bologna, buy land. Eat bologna, buy land. Trade the fork for the deed in your hand. Skip the fillet, let the sandwiches stand. Your fortune will grow when you buy your own land.
Nothing beats that opening. Welcome to Nite Cap, gentlemen, and welcome community. Tonight's topic, why land investing beats rentals in 2025 and 2026. Everywhere we look, guys, there's real estate gurus still preaching rentals, tenants, rent checks, appreciation. But here's the truth. The rental game is getting riskier, more expensive, and way more stressful. Rents are up. Interest rates are up. Insurance and taxes are up. Tenant headaches are up. Meanwhile, land investors are quietly stacking wins, no tenants, toilets, repairs, just simple deals and real freedom. So tonight we're breaking down why land investing is beating rentals by the numbers, by the lifestyle, and by the peace of mind it brings. Welcome to the Land Geek Nightcap, live every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Grab your drink, settle in, and let's get to it. As always, I'm joined by my land brothers from another mother.
Ooh, Land Brothers. I like that.
John, Handsome Rob, 8 is enough Burnett.
Cheers.
And Mike, Zen Master Zano. Breathe in the mailings, breathe out the marketings. Oh, marketings.
This is literally the best opening I've ever seen. I'm sorry, Mark, if you're watching, but like that was literally the smoothest, most incredible opening we've ever had. You nailed it.
You did it.
Oh, well, that's very nice of you. I appreciate that.
Speaking the truth, that was amazing.
Well, thanks, Mike. Good to see you. John, good to see you.
Good to see
The community tuning in.
We're still together in a way. It feels like I could still feel the connection because we were just next to each other a couple days ago.
We were just non-virtual.
But I don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, so let's go ahead.
Non-virtually meeting. We'll get to that. That'll be the best part of the show, right? All right. So tonight, briefly, because we've talked about this a lot, but we got to talk about it tonight. We're going to talk about why land is better than rentals. All right. So I think what we should chat about here, guys, is let's just talk about why land is the winner. Okay. And let's talk about why rentals are the loser. They're not losers. Maybe I shouldn't say loser.
It's a strong word.
What's that?
It's a strong word.
It is a strong word. Let's just talk about the pros of land and maybe why we win. So John Burnett, start us off here. Pros of land as compared to real estate. What are your thoughts?
So I would say if we're talking about rentals, what springs to mind are a couple things that stand out. One is just simplicity, and then the other is the ability to operate remotely. So with rentals, you can operate remotely. There are people who do it. It's just a lot more challenging, right? There's a lot more hands-on stuff that you have to do that ties you to that specific market. So you either have to be boots on the ground or you need to have boots on the ground in that particular market. Whereas we can operate independently. Like it's one thing I say a lot is that, I've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of transactions. The only piece of land that I purchased that I put my feet on is the one that's underneath my house, right? And so we can operate truly remotely in a way that's really challenging in the rental market. I think of the simplicity side, like it's the thing that, Mark says it over and over and over, tenants, termites, toilets, then maybe another T, I can't remember. But it's a lot simpler because you don't have all the variables that you're dealing with a house, right? So it's just dirt. And then alongside that, it's a lot simpler on each individual side of the deal, right? So in terms of sourcing the deals, it's a lot easier because it's a much simpler product. We deal with a lot of repeatability. It's really hard to find a good cash flowing rental, right? It's not as hard to find a good piece of land that you can buy that can be a good investment. And then when it comes to due diligence, it's a lot simpler because it's dirt, right? There's a lot less that you have to deal with than you would with a house. And then, in terms of like managing our customer base and our actual cash flow, that's a lot simpler too, right? Because there's not a lot of stuff, like they're not using a house, right? They're not living on the property. And so it just makes things a lot simpler. So those are the things that spring most immediately to mind. So the ability to do this remotely and the simplicity.
Wow, I feel like he just covered everything. Like he just
I know.
like,
And now we're done.
like top that. Like what? Jeez, John.
Well, Mike, let's talk economics a little bit right now in this environment. I know you love that term, right?
I love
You love that term,
yeah,
economics.
Micro, macro. Go with this.
I mean, let's talk right now in this day and age, in this economy, rentals or land investing, and why?
Well, what comes to mind to me is just if you look at the average returns. Now, I've had rentals. I still have a few, right? I think there's a place. They're not horrible. There's a place in your portfolio for them, right? For specific reasons. But if I look at the amount of capital that I have to outlay to buy one and the actual cash flow that it generates. Now, let's take away appreciation and depreciation. Let's just look at the actual cash flow. 1 to 400. John's really got this smile at me, John.
I'm just looking at Jeremiah Prescott. He just was talking about went from the summit straight into flight school. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You give me the weird vibe. Like what did I say? So now the comment pops up. So you have some sort of ability to see it before it gets posted. Where are you seeing this?
We hide the comments from you, Mike.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have the comments. Right? Just we have the comments.
So I believe it has a place, but in my experience, talking to many, many people over the years and doing lots of deals myself and with rentals and whatnot, is the average positive cash flow component. $100 to $400 a month per unit or something like that, right? And the kind of money it takes to get into one of these. Well, look at a $3,000 property, a piece of land. A $3,000 piece of land can generate $300 a month, right? That's crazy. The cost of the asset to how much cash flow it generates. So let's say you had to, I don't know, pick a number, put $60,000 down on a house, just as a number. I don't know. We can make it any number, but we could buy 20 of these properties. Is that right, Scott? Is my math right? We could buy 20 of these small deals, and 20 times 300 is what is that? 6,000? Is that right?
20. 20 deals for 6,000. 200 deals for 60,000.
Right. So you see,
no.
20.
No. We got our math wrong.
$200 a month positive cash flow would be about $6,000 a month, right?
If we have $60,000 to invest in land, we could buy probably. We're buying properties at $3,000, so you're looking at about 20 properties for $60,000.
And 20 times 300 is
20 times 300 is 6,000.
So there it is. So for that same amount of, if we're using that as a number, like you can create $300 to $400 a month cash flow or $6,000 a month in cash flow. That's pretty different, right? There's a little bit of a variable there. So I think that's one of the powers of it, right? The cash flow we can generate. Now, somebody might say, well, geez, if I have this rental, it's going to produce the $300 a month forever, so to speak, right? True, but there's upkeep, there's maintenance, and these notes that we have, we build a system that can replace them, right? We're not going to be doing all the hustling, right? In the beginning, we are. I mean, let's face it, this is not passive out of the gate. You have to do some work. You have to put the work in. But over time, that work, you get less and less work, and you're still getting more and more return. So to replace the notes that are being gone to complete cycle and you have to deed them the property, you can still replace those very efficiently. So I think I'll start right there. I think just the cost of the asset to the cash flow it generates is really, really significant.
Yeah, I love it. And if I were to buy a rental today, I mean, with the high interest rates that we have, it shrinks your margins down significantly. And then, insurance is expensive and taxes are expensive. And then, you might make $300-400 a month with a rental, but in all honesty, that's going into an emergency fund so that you can fix whatever repair is coming next month, right?
Right.
Whereas with land, like you exactly said, Mike, I mean, we can cash flow a lot quicker with land with a lot less headaches. And like Harvey says here, the day-to-day operations in land investing, right? They're like are none. Whereas the day-to-day operations in operating a rental, and I think that's something else to think about if there are people out there who are considering rentals versus land. It's just a lot less stress, right? And I look to my friend Katie all the time. I have a good friend named Katie. She got into duplexes around the same time I got into land, and they've collected kind of a nice little portfolio of duplexes, but she's always stressed, man. She's always got something going on with tenants or court dates or evictions or, tenants that are behind on payments or emergencies. And I just think, the emergencies we feel in our business are relatively few, right? I think every once in a while you have a headache, but the headaches occur 1% of the time, 0.01% of the time.
Yeah, like Tate Litchfield always says, there are no land emergencies. So there you go.
There you have it. Awesome. Well, we've really covered. Any other thoughts, John?
No, I just concur with both of you.
Ooh,
love it.
Well,
the first concur. Here's to concurring. We like to concur. So let's go through some comments here. Don Thrasher, good to see you.
Don, we got that Dirt Rich Summit hug. Great guy.
We got this. We got the hug from Don. We all got the hug. John, I shouldn't speak for you.
I got the hug. It was a very good hug.
We all got the hug.
We all got
Daniel Bryan, hopefully we'll see you there next year. Danny McCallum, good to see you at the summit as well. Michael Leone, good to see you at the summit. Good to meet you in person. Look at that. He shouted all of us out, not just Mike. That's a really classy thing to do. Unlike this guy down here who says, no.
What?
I'm just kidding. Somebody gave you a shout out, Mike. We got all the fans on here.
How can I need to know who it is so I can say thank
it's
you.
Mike Cavier.
Mike. Mike, I appreciate that. You see how flustered Scott gets just because of that, Mike. Thank you.
Oh man, Don Thrasher's drinking Knob Creek number 9. Love that.
Nice.
Charles Jones is having the Fireball candy, not the shot.
Well, I have a bag of Fireballs. I love that candy.
What is that?
You've never had the candy?
I've never had the candy.
I got a bag in my car. A little like almost like a jawbreaker, but it's a hot dog.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And Charles, if I had a Fireball shot, I'd take one for you. Congrats for joining flight school last week. Hope you're enjoying the journey so far.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Yeah. Daniel has a comment on rentals or a comment on land. He experienced the downside recently. Someone walked intentionally after 5 payments. Time to sell again. This is something else we should talk about.
Yeah, interesting.
With tenants, when people stop paying, a lot of times it's hard to get rid of them, right?
Yeah, they're not just.
That's a bad thing to say. It sounds really bad. I didn't mean to make it sound like that.
Rid of people, Scott. Geez, that is pretty.
Pretty aggressive. Pretty aggressive.
It's pretty hard to get property cash flowing again. We should say, right?
Because that's very PC. Thank you.
In there that aren't paying, and now we have to remove them, and then we have to clean up the property, and what damage have they done? And land, it's like, okay, they miss a payment, notice a default, miss another one, notice a termination. Nobody to evict. They don't live on the property. We keep the payments that they've already, they don't get those back. So our cost basis is dramatically reduced. In fact, Daniel, why don't you tell us how much your cost basis has been reduced after those 5 payments? That'd be interesting. And then you resell it and you just make a higher return. We don't want that to happen. I always say we want people to fulfill their promises because we fulfill our promises, right? We're very honorable in that regard. But if they don't, it doesn't break our heart. And it certainly doesn't break our bank.
Yeah.
Now I feel bad.
Yeah, you were really aggressive there, Scott.
I was really hard on the renters.
Jeez, hope there's no renters watching us right now. We didn't mean that.
I didn't mean that at all. I apologize. Bad choice of language. Andrew Pond, I like this. Rather than the 3 T's, land gives you the 3 D's. Dirt, deed, deductions, or maybe drink during Nite Cap.
Let's go with a drink. I concur.
Yeah. Cheers to you, Andrew Pond. Nice to meet you at the Dirt Rich Summit as well.
So many nice people we met, huh?
Oh, yeah, it was amazing. We'll get to that in a minute, Mike.
I'm sorry. Just give people a hint.
All right. As Don says, no repairs for dirt. We'll get to that, Daniel, here in a minute. Oh, Mike, look what you did to Anna.
Oh, Anna. Oh.
Come on, man. You didn't give Anna a hug.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
You remember that one? We had that one, not the Dirt Rich Summit, but it was the, oh my God, the, what do we call them? The boot camp. And Mark hugged everybody at the end. Everybody was like, I don't know. Is that?
Yeah.
It was like this long, drawn out ending of hugging and hugging and hugging. And we were like,
He hugged everybody in the room.
yeah, it was like, because
Yeah.
here's the thing. If you're in a group of people and you hug there's like a certain critical mass you hit, we have to hug everybody. I don't know if that's like, is it a ratio of like, if there's 10 people, if you hug 3, like if there's a room of 200, if you hug like more than 5, like, but there's a ratio, critical mass. Once you hit it, like you have to hug everybody.
So
It's
if you're
true.
10
Mark
people,
got
you
caught
can't
in that
get away
loop.
with hugging 9 of them.
What's that?
If you're in a group of 10 people, you can't get away with just hugging 9 of
No,
them.
that one last person. I mean, you remember you had that boot camp, John, when he did that? He just started hugging and he had this like really beautiful music playing and it was nice, but it was kind of like hug, 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 you know?
He got a hard time for that from a few folks.
But he meant it all with good intention, Mark. We're not talking bad. I don't want to.
Not at all. It's always good intentions with Mark. He's a hugger. The man with the mustache is here as well, anonymously. Is that Sam? We had a couple very nice mustaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some really, really nice mustaches at the summit. So I'm gonna guess it's Sam. That's my guess.
I might say, and the other mustaches might get jealous, but I think Sam's was my favorite mustache of all the mustaches.
Oh.
Whose was the other one? John?
Whose was the other mustache?
Yeah, I just didn't hear what you said.
You really
Oh,
put a lot
I think
there.
Sam's was my favorite mustache out of all of the other mustaches.
Okay,
So
I would concur. That's a double concur.
double concur.
Double concur. It's a nice stash, man.
Does that mean 2 sips? Clear here.
All right, we'll get to more comments here in a minute. Oh, Don feels less special now. That's really too bad.
John, you gave me my first boot camp hug. I mean, my first Dirt Rich Summit hug. So I feel special.
Yeah, other than mine probably,
Well,
because we embraced.
we did embrace. Let's not lie. It might have been longer than 2 seconds. It
It's been so long.
was like we calculated, it was like 2.5 years.
2.5 years. It's not Sam, but he did have a great mustache. All right, well, anonymous mustache man, you'll have to drop us some hints as to.
Hey, those of you who are watching that were at the summit, can you guess who it is? Let's have some little bit fun.
There we go. I definitely like that. Daniel agrees. Sam definitely won Best Dirt Rich Summit Mustache. Maybe that should be a thing next year. Best Dirt Rich Summit Mustache.
We could have a competition.
We could. All right, guys. Well, I think we kind of covered that topic. It's no secret that we've talked about that topic a lot. Mark talked about that topic 10 years ago on a podcast, and that's what got me interested in land investing. I would just say, if you're looking for a for land, if you're looking for a real estate investing model that does not take a lot of time to get involved, does not take a lot of capital, and that's the other thing Mike emphasized. You don't need 60 grand to do this. You need a couple grand to do this. If you want to buy and sell land on your computers without having to go to a rental somewhere and make some repairs, look into land investing. And Mike, what are some resources if people are just watching this the first time and they just came across us and they're like, who are these guys and what is land investing? What are some resources that maybe some beginners could check out?
You're on the number one resource there is, the Nite Cap. We have like a whole slew of past episodes. Now I'm going to warn you, just stick with 2025.
Right.
Don't go backwards like into 2022 and on, because Scott and I were doing that ourselves and we drank way too much in most of those episodes. And so there's a lot more value these days. But okay, the Nite Cap's a great resource. Mark has a ton of information on this YouTube channel. Dirt Rich is a great book. If most people have probably already read that. Dirt Rich 2 is phenomenal, although some people have expressed that it makes more sense once you're in the business because it starts to talk about the next level, the automation, the delegation, and things of that sort. What other resources? Well, you have 3 resources right here in front of you. All 3 of us are available to jump on a call at any time with anybody that wants to hear about this. And I always say it this way because it's true. The call is literally to see if what we do is even a good fit for you. Because it's case by case. We have to hear about what it is you want to accomplish, what that timeline is. There's a few different things we want to talk about just to identify whether or not what we do aligns with you and your goals. And if it does, we could certainly talk to you about what next steps might look like. But if not, we happen to know a ton of resources and we'd be happy to point you in that direction as well. So I would say, do you have like a link you can whip up there, Scott, to show them how to get on a call with us?
I'll throw one up here in a second for sure.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that, Michael.
Sam actually wrote to me and said he can't respond right now, but he's thanks for all the mustache love.
Oh, isn't that nice? He's watching. A lot of mustache love out there. The topic land versus rental, that I think we covered it. I think in our community, we just come to realize you don't need tenants or toilets or, equity to build true wealth, right? And this is what we saw live and in person this last week at the Dirt Rich Summit. We watched, there were 250 of us total, 230 of us total, hanging out for 3 days in Austin, Texas. And we heard from land investors who have broken free from the traditional grind of jobs, from the rental grind, who have stepped into financial freedom and time freedom through land. And it was really really energetic weekend, I think, with a lot of proof in the room that this works. And it was so good to meet so many people that we've only met virtually or over the phone.
Right.
So I think we should talk a little bit about the Dirt Rich Summit here, guys, because we want to pump people up for next year. We're going to have another one next year in October or November, and we want more people to come because there's enough land for everybody. So, Mike, takeaways from the Dirt Rich Summit.
Well, the first thing I was thinking about is when we did the introduction for all of us that work with Mark, and the two of you were very impactful, I have to say. Both of you really got the room emotional, and I think it's because you define the type of people we attract. The people that we attract define wealth by being able to spend time with the ones they love, right? Not by buying this or buying that. Could you go buy things? Of course, but you both really talked about how you were there for your family and how you can be present. And I think that really impacted the people there. And I think, those are the people we attract, right? We're not here to try to get rich and, we're not going to flex muscles and buy all kinds of fancy cars and say, you should come do this. Like it's nothing to do with what we're about. We're all about spending quality time with those we love. So this model happens to not only generate an incredible amount of income that we can use to support our lifestyles, but it does it in such a way that we have freedom. I mean, John, you talked about, bringing the kids to school, having lunch with your wife every day. I mean, just all these things. And Scott, you echoed some very, very similar sentiments, just being present with your family. And so I think that stuck out to me. And I think that really impacted everybody. And I love that. Those are the type of people that were at this summit, right? There weren't people there that were trying to, get rich at the expense of somebody else, but get rich by helping people they buy from, people they sell to. and create a lifestyle that can really, can really be impactful. So I think that was huge, truly.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just all of a sudden hit me. I was standing up there on stage, and I'm thinking about, you know what? I was sitting there 10 years ago, in the very spot that some of these folks were sitting out in the audience, and
Right.
I think my life kind of flashed before me real quick, and it was hard not to get emotional. But I think it all comes down to freedom for many of us, and I talked about this weekend in the Dirt Rich Starter Kit. We had a breakout room for the Dirt Rich Starter Kit people. I talked about freedom moments, right? And there are all these moments that come in this business when you just show up consistently. It will lead to your first deal, and it will lead to eventually you replacing your income or replacing your salary, and all of that creates freedom. But then there are all these other moments that just are really really impactful for people as they go through the business. Whether it's being able to spend more time with your kids. And I talk about all the time, I kind of dawned on me one time that I was free when my son asked me if I wanted to go fishing the next morning.
Yeah.
And it was a Thursday morning, right? Like, to know I could go do that without having to go to work. It still gives me goosebumps thinking about it, right? And then there are other times where these freedom moments, they just keep coming. And it's as a result of this business. So that's what got me. But John, you're exactly
what freedom moments.
What's that?
I love that.
Yeah.
Expression, the freedom moments.
Yeah. And then John, you got me. You started talking about how, basically, John, you because of this business, you have had the opportunity to be a better husband and a better dad, because you're just around and you're present and you're amazing in those roles, and this business helped you do that better, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think just having time, like I'm really grateful. Like, I have breakfast with my family every morning, and I have coffee with Val every morning before that. I drive home and I have lunch with Val, and then I have dinner with my family, right, every day, and I love that. It's wonderful. And like, I had kind of a moment in recently where my kids, they're in a private school, but they're all across 3 different campuses, so it's kind of this crazy logistical thing, and somebody offered help with drop-offs for school, and I was like, actually, no. I really like having this time with my kids, and I just think it's really good, and it's just nice to be able to say that,
Yeah. That's really cool.
That's amazing. And we heard about, we heard from so many people about those moments. And what's really fun is some of the people sitting in that room, that are just beginning their journey are going to, a year from now, they're going to have experienced some of those things. And to know that's happening is pretty amazing. Sorry, my dog is going crazy.
Cooper?
Cooper. Yeah, that's Cooper.
See, I know your family.
So, everybody put in the chat, what were your thoughts of the summit? What were your biggest takeaways? What were your biggest aha moments? What were your biggest inspirations? Tell us. We'd love to know. Daniel McCallum also didn't get any hugs. Boy, we need to do more hugs next year. It's
more hugs.
Right.
He did get a Don Thrasher handshake, which for sure is a close second.
That is a close second.
Yeah. And yeah, let's see. There's another mustache comment here. He had the long whiskers. So, Peter, maybe?
I think it might be. Long whiskers.
Look at that.
Mustache.
Oh, there we go. Juan.
Juan is here.
Hey.
Good to see you, Juan. Dan, very nice to meet you in person, Juan. You and Felicia.
Yeah, Juan and his wife. Yeah, it was amazing.
It was awesome. It is No Shave November. Well, I started after the summit. I felt like I needed to be presentable at the summit, unlike some other guy on the bottom of the screen.
Presentable because I have a beard and a mustache. John does too.
A beard?
A beard.
All right. Here, as you guys are throwing in your chat your biggest takeaways from the summit, we do have some questions for some folks that have, or that maybe are just new to the model. So, let's help John. Let's help out Hafez Al-Amin. That's right.
Sounds good.
John, is land investing not expensive and a lot of paperwork?
Yes, it is. It is not correct. So yes, so with the types of properties that we're dealing with, we are, generally buying property that retails on the low end could be as low as a couple $1,000s. On the upper end, maybe 30, with a few outliers on either side of that. But we're generally dealing with very inexpensive property, and the paperwork is not enormous. It's pretty dang simple that we're dealing with. So, did I answer it?
I think you nailed it.
I think you did. So I'm wondering if and I don't know how to pronounce the name. I apologize. But Hafez prefers a good growth stock mutual fund for investment over anything. So here's the other thing about land, right? A lot of people are not aware of the returns we make in land, right? Because, and I think, again, we should maybe just briefly go over it for people that are watching this the first time. What we're doing is we're buying land at a deep discount. So we make money on the buy. So if there's an area where property is being sold for, say, $10,000, a lot of times we can buy that property for $2,500, $3,000. And then when we take that property, Hafez, and we turn around and sell it for retail cash, we'll make 2-3 times what we invested in the land, or we like to owner finance the land. And Mike, you talked about the 10B calculator a couple times this weekend. We like to use a financial calculator in our land deals to calculate the annualized return we get on our money when we owner finance land.
Right.
And when we owner finance land, we shoot for 72%. And a lot of times our deals are much higher than that. So when people are talking about, more of the traditional forms of investing, like stock market, that type of thing, you guys make good and steady returns over time, average, who knows, 12%, 10%, 12%, I guess, in a good year. But when we're buying and selling these land parcels per deal, we're making 72% or more on our money, right? So that makes us a very attractive investment model to a lot of people.
I like it.
You like it.
I like it.
You like it. Jeremiah Prescott, son was awesome, made a whole new table of friends. Congrats to you, Jeremiah, for taking the leap with Land Geek Flight School.
That's a great point right there. I always tell people that you go to these live events, you find we're all, in essence, your people, but then you find your people, the people you really click with. John, you're a great example. I think people are finding people like you found back in the day. You still have people, don't you get together on how long has that been that you get together, and how has that helped?
I have people, we've been getting together every week for, I think we're either at 6 or 7 years now that we've been getting together every week and just talking about everything that we're doing. And it's been great. It's been transformative. I mean, at the start, it was just like our agenda was, what did you say you were going to do last week? What did you actually do last week? And what are you going to do next week? And then we just talk about the land business, and it was great. But these are all people I just met at live events, and those friendships have really stood the test of time.
So everyone's kind of in the same, we're all going to get along, but then there's going to be those people you really deeply connect with. And so it's just, it's really incredible. Someone just said they got teary-eyed listening to John C. You were tearjerker.
Wow. Thank you.
Tearjerker. Yeah, here's a comment from Daniel. Right, wealth equals money times time times freedom. If any of those equals 0, then wealth is still 0. I mean, that's awesome.
Good formula. Wow,
Daniel,
quote worthy. Did you make that up? Wow.
Where'd you get that, Daniel? And if you came up with that, that's pretty amazing.
That's good.
Yeah. Drink to non-zero in that area. So that's great. Awesome. Yeah, comment from Harvey. Mutual funds will never give you 100% yield. And a lot of our deals are 100% yield. Pretty awesome. Need more information on boot camps? So we do have a virtual, for those that missed the Dirt Rich Summit, First of all, no worries. Come next year. But we do have a virtual event coming up. It's only 2 months from now, January, I think 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. From the comfort of your home in your jammies, you can come to the virtual boot camp.
Can we all show up in our jammies? I like
I
that.
think it'd be fun.
I want a
Tuxedos.
yeah.
Yeah. And it's 3 days of content and community and proof that this works. And it's what I always tell people is if you just started this within the last year, come to every boot camp you can, whether it's virtual. Come to every boot camp and every live event you can, because it's just a really great way to kind of do a temperature check on your business and on your progress and make connections. And
yeah, that's what's so wonderful about the flight school. We have opportunity Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night. You have these mastermind office hours where you can come together and immerse yourself, right, in an environment where people are building a business led by someone very successful. So the same thing that happens at the summits and the boot camps, when people come together, there's power there, right, in that immersion.
Yeah, for sure. So come to the summit, January 22nd. I don't know, is that Sam? I think it is Sam. Sam Tollefson, but in that picture, he doesn't have a mustache, so he's trying to throw me off. I really enjoyed the chat by the fire. Thought that was a lot of fun.
I really thought that was that was probably my favorite time session we had, because it was just so relaxed. Had a couple drinks. We had the big fireplace images going, and the lights were. Except it is kind of bright up there, right? Is that how? Now, Scott, you've probably done some singing. I know you performed. Is that what it's always like on a stage? You get that kind of glare? Like
That's funny.
You have.
Not really on a stage like that with lights in my face. Yeah,
concerts for the audience.
It was very much like karaoke at the bar. Yes, it was very similar to that.
You can't even, but I guess it just looks better than people watching you. But that was a bright light.
Oh man, that's funny. No, that was a great segment.
You don't have to hide the fact that you are a really good singer and you've done performances. You don't have to hide that.
Stop.
We're all friends here. I know, blush a little bit, but we're all friends here.
Oh my God.
John, do you remember when Scott and I did the night? What do we call it? The
Nite Cap musical.
Yeah, we had a couple of those. We made up songs. Oh my God! I can't believe I sang on this. That was like 3 or 4 years ago. Way too much alcohol.
Oh.
Again, the whole reason Scott and I started this years ago is because we used to chat like this amongst ourselves, like, right? And then we were like, hey, let's just go on the Facebook Live and talk to people and see if they need help. And so, we just did it with a couple beers or 4 or 5.
Yeah. Actually, that was longer. That was May 1st, 2018 is when that was. I remember.
Wow. That's crazy.
Nite Cap the musical. I think it's been removed from
YouTube.
the musical? That's the date of the musical.
You shouldn't have said that, because now people can go find it.
I think it's been removed from YouTube. So let's see if I can find a copy somewhere. Dr. Lauren Graywert. I need to know how to pronounce that, Laura. So if you could put that, Lauren, if you could put what do you call that when you pronounce a word, but you put in the actual pronunciation in the, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like in the parentheses.
Yeah. Never mind. Doctor missed the summit, but a very close second was getting her post-wholesale purchase congratulatory selfie from John and Mike. You guys sent her a selfie?
Well, we happened to be talking. She got the communication. We said, let's take a photo.
Come on. Thanks for including Dude Buddy.
Well, you're probably helping somebody talking. It's not like you
Yeah.
did it intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
Some of your
Taking
fans
selfies.
are grabbing a hold of you, getting your attention.
Taking a lot of selfies without me. I saw it. I witnessed it from afar.
Staring.
A highlight for me, though, and I do need to talk about this, and it's a highlight for Daniel as well, is Mike Vano. For the first time, you presented at boot camp up on the stage, and you gave us all a very great life lesson on. I should let you take over and give us a little 1 minute Cliff Notes version of your
Well,
your
no, I mean, I don't. Essentially,
presentation.
it's the things that motivate me in terms of mindset, and I put it into a little bit of a storyboard and shared it with everybody. And I was just happy that it was well received. Even did a guided meditation. I thought it would get a little woo. I thought John would be in the back rolling his eyes because it's too woo woo. But it was well received, and I'm very happy for that.
Yeah, not only well received, but inspiring, right? And would love to see it again, and I'm sure you'll be doing it again. So for the people coming next year,
Yeah, we got some couple of things that it's inspired that might be in the works to actually get it out to a wider audience. So we'll see.
that's awesome. Michael Leone says we need to get Landon on here. Well, you're in luck, Michael.
That's in a while.
You're in luck, Michael, because Landon has committed to coming next week. So Landon,
Wow. Really?
Coach Landon Harris is going to be on the Nite Cap next Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. So
That's
join
pretty
us.
quick, 'cause I don't think I can be here next Tuesday. I'll be traveling.
Oh, you will.
I will.
Oh,
We'll sub in. We'll call him New Mike.
He might be so good that I don't even get asked to come back.
we'll call him Like Mike.
All right,
Like
Mike. Landon's coming.
This is from the Wallingfords. How are you guys? New to flight school. This was the first summit. Seeing the community for the first time was so encouraging. There's a big family out there working to be free, celebrating each other too.
Awesome. Thank you.
And
That's-
yeah, it's phenomenal. I mean, I think we all feed off one another in those environments, right? And it's such an amazing community of just a lot of like-minded people wanting much of the same thing. Here's some takeaways from Chantel McCallum. Consistency comes to mind first. I took notes from all of you on this topic. Ooh, she quoted you, John. It's important to show up. It's important to show up for yourself and your business every day.
Wow. John Burnett, you have an official quote.
I have it. Great. Let's emblazon it on something. Put it on a plaque.
That should be on your wall.
Yeah, Mike puts his quotes. Mike publishes his quotes on poster board and puts them behind him on the
I
wall.
took them down because I thought they were a little bit too presumptuous. So
Oh, that's what those are. They're all little quotes. John's quotes.
Yes, just things I say. Just put them up there.
he just sits there and he's like, "Yep, oh, yep, oh, great! Look at that one. Oh, yeah, nailed it."
Oh my God. Here's a takeaway from Andrew Pond. Aha moments. Progress is better than perfection.
Nice.
Consistent acquiring, selling. Don't get lost in building systems. Buy land that other people will buy, and you don't have to buy land you want.
What great points.
Those are all amazing points. Very cool. Very cool. Well, it's it was a great event. I would highly encourage people to try to come next year. A lot of energy at that event. Sam and Sam Tollison, they were able to connect and share with others in the grind, sharing the wins and hiccups. We are all in it together. Awesome. Scott a singer in a band? No, Scott's not a singer in a band, Daniel.
Could be a singer in a band, but
Yeah.
Scott does perform at times. I mean, you still might perform in the future, right? I mean, you're not done with that, right?
I am. I used to be quite the wedding singer. A lot of people would recruit me for weddings and whatnot, and
Nice.
a big karaoke guy. I'm a choir. I sing in choirs. I'm not. I mean, I could sing in a band, maybe. I don't know. John Burnett, I think he's a guitar player, but he's probably got one of those amazing guitar singing voices too.
I don't know.
Do you sing with the
No,
kids? Do you sing to the kids like campfire type songs? Do you do that?
Yeah, I do.
Of course. Knew it.
Have you looked up the song, John? I told you to look up.
No, which one was it again?
My brother eats bugs.
Oh yes, I mean,
Yeah, you got to look that. You got to look that up and learn how to play it for your kids. They'll get a kick out of it.
I like it.
Phonetic spelling. That's what I meant to say, David Carnahan. Thank you, sir.
Nailed it.
But phonetic spelling, phonics, transcription. Oh man, thank you, Zen Master, for the inspiring message. From this gentleman. Is this the mysterious mustache man? embrace the suck and buy the dip. Ooh, I like that. And Don Thrasher, trombone players forever. You betcha, buddy. I also play trombone.
Wait,
So-
I played trombone 1 year, freshman year. You know, I was the guy. Did you have to bring it on the bus with you, Scott or Don? Because that was kind of awkward as a freshman carrying a trombone onto the. You're brand new to the bus, going to the high school. You know, you're trying to impress the girls. You get your fresh little ski clothes on, and you come on with this trombone. You walk down, you turn, you're whacking people in the head. It's like, oh man. Then I went to my first Christmas parade, got the chaplet, chap lips, you know, ice cold. Oh, I just. That's the reason I stopped. It was just.
You kept on clotheslining people.
Yeah, exactly. Too many injuries. Oh man. Yeah, I used to ride my bike with my trombone. That was a feat.
Were you playing the trombone?
Mm-mm.
I
I could have.
So Don's
Yeah.
a trombone player?
Don Thrasher, yes, trombone player.
I wouldn't mind getting back into that. Like that sounds like it could be fun.
I love playing the trombone.
Ooh, the
I play it.
debonaires. I like that, Daniel. Looking
Ooh.
forward to their first performance. Yeah.
John, you bring the guitar next time. We'll do a song together.
I like it. We could do a
Love
musical
it.
presentation.
Yes.
I could play the kazoo.
I like it.
I mean, nothing wrong with a good kazoo. So any other questions out there for us tonight? We covered our topic pretty quickly. We went over the highlights of the Dirt Rich Summit. We didn't even mention how it's remiss of me not to have mentioned earlier in the show. We're missing our fearless leader, Mark Podolsky.
Yeah.
He had another commitment tonight, but how great was it to see Mark again and see him up on stage doing what he does? I mean, he inspired all of us at one point or another, and still does, right?
He really does a great job. I mean, he's entertaining and educating people at the same time. Like he really just does a great job interacting with everybody and really get the energy up in the room and gets people excited to you know, to do the best that they can, right? To be the best version of themselves, to really, because I think sometimes you need to be inspired, right? To pull yourself out of a rut that you might be in. So that's what this is great for when you go to these events, just to grab that inspiration and to realize I can do this. And look, there's people up there that like maybe you don't relate to any of the three of us here, but you'll find someone that's like, wow, they're doing really well, and I relate to them. They remind me of me, and you're inspired, and then you break through. We talked a lot this week, and we heard this idea of glass ceilings, right? Oh, this is as good as it gets. No, keep going. Nope, keep going. So maybe just going to the event will help you break through your first glass ceiling.
Yeah, and the other thing I love about this event was we heard from so many of our coaches. So it wasn't just Mark up there presenting. I mean, we all presented, and then Jeff Detmer, Jim Lala, Roberto Chavez, Landon and Taria Harris, Tate Litchfield. Did I miss anybody? We were all up there, right? And it was great to hear messages from them and tips and tricks from them as well.
Don't forget the marketing presentation.
What's that?
The marketing presentation.
Yeah, exactly. And Scott Todd, of course, was there, and I gave a very valuable session on what to fix next in your land business. And be on the lookout for Scott's new book coming out in January. That's going to be such an amazing read. Really looking forward to applying all of those strategies in my business. Lauren, let's be honest, land is way sexier than trombones. I mean, they're both pretty sexy, Lauren. Land and trombones. Playing trombones on land, that's the sexiest, I think. Anyway, good to see you all. Any other questions, thoughts?
I was trying to say that Jesse did the marketing game.
Oh, Jesse, yeah, Jesse, yeah. I think he was the one I missed. I apologize for that, but it was great to see all the coaches up there and hear all the messages from our amazing coaches, right? Who are all land investors who've taken this to a really high level.
We're all bringing unique quality, right? And something, again, relatable to some, so each one can inspire somebody.
Yeah.
Individually, collectively.
Exactly. I think Don is saying no to my trombones on land comment. I thought it was
I
pretty
feel
good.
like that last no is bigger than the first two, so I feel like it's no, no, no. I think he's showing a trombone.
Wow,
Doesn't that last no look bigger?
it does. Yes, it does.
He's talking in trombone language there.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. 3 different positions too. First, third, and fifth.
Very creative, Don. How'd you do that? That's pretty creative.
Pretty creative.
I grabbed it. I know that if I didn't point it out, it might have been missed, but I see what you did there.
Well, guys, this has been fun. Let's see what we're talking about next week. When Landon Harris, the AI investor, the aquatic investor, is on the show. November.
Oh, I didn't get
8th.
it. AI aquatic. Now I get it.
Now you get it?
I think AI like artificial intelligence, like it would know it's
Oh.
the aquatic investor.
Okay, I just saw it. So I saw the topic. Did you hear me? Did you hear what I did? So the topic for next week, it seems like we've had a lot of these topics lately, so I might propose a change. How to profit from America's housing shortage without owning a house. That's the topic for next week.
That
Is
sounds
the
like,
answer buy land?
that sounds like she sells seashells by the seashore.
I think what we should do next week, and maybe we can just propose it to the powers that be, because we're not in charge of the
You're gonna
topics
speak it
necessarily.
into existence right now. Go ahead.
What's that?
You're going to speak it into existence right now.
Yeah, I think because Landon Harris is a coach, I think we should talk about coaching. Why not? I mean, he's a true coach. He was a Division I swim coach for 20 plus years. He's a land investing coach. Let's talk about the power of coaching in business and in life. Why not?
Can we get a yes from you, Don?
Yes. Would the audience like to have a chat about coaching, or would the audience like to have a chat about how to profit from America's housing shortage without owning a house? Let's take a quick poll. I'm going to get in trouble. Daniel McCallum would love to hear about Landon's swim coaching period. Don Thrasher, yes. Anybody else, or just Daniel and Don? Because I probably have a few more votes if we're gonna delay that topic. Tom and Abby, coaching, not even close. Okay, I like it. I love it. Aaron, coaching. Chase, yes. Chase, I've been trying to get a hold of you, buddy. Text me back. I've texted you a couple times. Trying to get you started, man.
She's going to call him right out in front of everybody.
I'm gonna call him right out. We got to get this going, man. Let's go. I'm excited for him and Ashley. Lauren wants to talk about coaching. Charles John coaching. Sam and Sam coaching. We're talking about coaching next week with Landon Harris, the coach. We just made the executive.
I like what Chase just did there too. He did the trombone. Yes. We're going to have to give it a name when people, yes, no. There's like, is it the trombone? You got to give it a name. This is worthy of a name now.
All right. We'll figure it out. I mean, you're pretty creative, Mike. You'll come up with something.
I will.
Yes, you will. All right. Well, that settles it. Next week, we're going to talk about coaching in life and business. I think it's a good topic. Scott needs a lead of song, though. Oh, you want me to lead a song, or you're not coming? Tom and Abby? I mean, I've sung before on Nite Cap.
Sung quite a bit.
Well, yeah, we're all going to be here on the coaching talk. Mike, just Mike and Landon. They'll talk coaching. Just kidding, Sam. No, we're all going to be here on the coaching talk for sure.
Oh, he said, they know I'm not going to be here next Tuesday.
Oh.
All of us besides Mike.
Come on, Mike.
And Chase has not been ignoring you. Look, he hasn't even seen it.
Chase, I may have the wrong number then. So I will email you to Chase, or you can email me, scott@thelandgeek.com. Sam and Sam are crying because you're not going to be here, Mike.
Well,
Here.
I do love the love.
Oh man. Any final questions this evening before we sign off for the night? It's been a fun episode. There was some content that was helpful. There was some reflecting on the Dirt Rich Summit. And Tom and Abby, yes, baloney t-shirts. Just listen to that episode. They'd buy one.
Yeah,
Eat baloney, buy land.
Get baloney swag.
I still want a hat where the bill is just a piece of bologna.
A very floppy bill.
Floppy bill. Just hangs in front of your eyes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and for those that don't know what we're talking about, Eat Baloney, Buy Land, go back about 10 episodes. There was that's all I can say about it. But all right, guys. Well, thanks for a good evening, Michael, Jonathan.
Jonathan. What is the long form of Scott?
I mean, is Michael not your name?
What's the long form of Scott, though?
Is Jonathan not your name?
It is my name.
My name is Scott. My name is Scott.
What's the middle name, Scott?
Allen.
So when you say Michael and John, and we say Scott Allen. Yes.
You can say Scott Allen. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Very
My dad's name.
It's very distinguished, actually.
Scott Allen?
Scott Allen Bossman.
Yeah. Very distinguished. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we're in a serious discussion from now, be prepared to have you. I'm going to call you Scott Allen.
Sounds good. Mike, Don's going to have a Perdomo 30 year and think of you.
Ooh.
That's exciting. That's very exciting.
We get together, Don. We all got to have a little cigar session.
What am I sipping on? I had a little Knob Creek bourbon before my IPA Cyber Sioux from Decorah, Iowa.
Always has the coolest beers, like the weirdest names.
Yeah. It's my favorite. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. I'll see you next week, John. I'll miss you next week. There's the kid of the week in the background. We're going to start a new segment starting next week. Starting next week, we're going to do the kid of the week segment. And each of John's kids for the next 3 months is going to join us weekly and share a tip about land.
It'll take 3 months to get through all the kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know any tips.
Oh, he doesn't know any
Really?
tips.
Well, I kind of know some.
Cool.
Yeah,
He's excited. Yeah,
you got it.
I think it'd be fun.
We'll prepare you. Don't worry. We'll prep you.
I know what equality by land and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that's all you need to know, Gideon.
They could
That's
just
awesome.
walk in, and every week they could be like, "Eat bologna, buy land," and then they walk out.
Oh man. All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll talk
Great
soon.
night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.